Hi guys, this is Jamie with GettinCraftyStampin.com. Last night, Monday, March 27th, we had a fun live at our Facebook.com/GettinCraftyStampin'. And I do that every Monday evening and we do a sweet card. So this was the sweet card we created last night on our Facebook Live. The problem is in the middle of live, you can actually be interrupted by your children, your dog, and guess what? Last night's live really was. I have a really large dog and she had a tendency to bark nonstop. So I wanted to recreate this card for you guys so that you could see how we're going to make a similar card, but what I wanted to do was change it up a little bit. This is tied to the Tasty Treats Free Designer Series paper, available right now with Stampin' Up! Until March 31st. And it's free with a minimum purchase. So grab this beautiful paper collection. I mean, it's really lovely. We were creating at my family page. We have Gettin' Crafty Stampin' family page for those that are part of the starter kit and they enjoy it. This is the fun card we created in honor of my beloved grandfather. He was a big pistachio nut fan, and there was this really pretty blue cup he always served to us. It was like a Melamé, I'm guessing like 1950s. Bowls that he had for all of us. It actually had a little handle, but this is a card that all of us, or this is the kind of ice cream we all had at my grandfather's. This great designer series paper also coordinates perfectly with the dies that create these little cherries and strawberries that you can see here. This is the bowl. It's a great collection. You put that there. And you can see here that using silver foil and this little thing here, I made a great little silver foil bowl. So with a cute little silver bowl that I die cut using our silver foil on our Big Shot die cutting machine. Isn't that sweet? I love that you can die cut ice creams and all kinds of great little cherries and strawberries and that kind of thing. And we're going to actually coordinate with that free designer series paper. On our designer series papers, and as what is listed in the catalog, is the colors that are in each packet. So you can see here, it actually has Pear Pizzazz and Watermelon Wonder. We're going to use that on this card today. When you have a cute stamp set like this Cool Treats with the coordinating Frozen Treats designer die cuts, and then that great designer series paper, it makes it easy to craft with ease. I like it when it makes it easy for me. Can I just say I'm a busy mom and I don't necessarily have all the time in the world. Does anybody really? Probably not. Anytime you're going to use a photopolymer stamp set, which means it's clear all the way through, and we use it on a clear block, you need to have a pierce pad with you. So we're going to do Smoky Slate cardstock, and you will see this whole tutorial on my blog. We're going to score it at 4 1/4, cut it at 5 1/2 so that you get this great collection here. Take a bone folder and crisp the edge, and then I'm going to set that aside. We have cut the Tasty Treat Designer Series paper down, and it's going to frame out our Whisper White cardstock. It's going to be framed in black. You will see from the pictures that I was wearing last night a fabulous outfit that I picked up when I was in Big Bear Lake, California, and I like red and black and white together, so that's what inspired this card. So we're going to create this now. So we, in order to create this bowl and know where to place it, I'm going to place it on my paper, and I'm going to grab a pencil, and I'm going to pull that down just a smidge, just so you can see the edge of it here. That way it's going to get covered. So then I'm going to go just like this. Now that I have a line that's going to be hidden by my bowl, we're going to start stamping. We're going to use the In Color Watermelon Wonder ink pad. This In Color will be going away. The In Color list will be listed in April. And once it's listed, guess what? It's gone. It's gone. We're going to stamp this really pretty strawberry. Where I grew up in Central California, I also stamped it on a piece of Post-it note, sticky note, and then I cut it out. That's going to become a mask. So I'm going to show you here. I'm actually going to cover the stamped watermelon here, and then I'm going to re-ink it, and I'm going to move this so that the bowl will look full. You want to stamp that on the sticky part of the sticky note. Oh my goodness, my head is a little foggy today. Just like that. And then I'm going to stamp down like this. With photopolymer, you can see when the ink releases. Isn't that great? Makes it easy to create a really nice looking card. In Central California, where I grew up in Santa Maria, I actually went to Santa Maria High, and some of my best childhood memories are right there. So I'm gonna layer it. I'm gonna pull this little guy up, and I'm creating a whole bowl. Anyway, so in Santa Maria, they grow tons and tons and tons of strawberries. They do. And I grew up pretty poor, and so the farmers allowed a second pull. So after their staff and their workers were done pulling and picking crop, the leftovers we were allowed to go and glean from. And so I would go and do that, and I would love, love, love strawberries, the smell alone. And I always think of it as my birthday fruit. Like, I have my own theme song, I have my own birthday fruit. I know that sounds silly, but let me explain to you why. My birthday is in April, and this is actually the April fruit. It's ripest in April. So it goes through the summer, but the first crop I always think is the sweetest. And then I'm gonna come up here and do another, just like that. Now I can get rid of this sweet little strawberry or keep reusing it. And then I'm gonna take the seeds portion. Now this is a stamp set that's in there to coordinate perfectly. And I'm gonna take the black archival ink pad. And yes, seeds are not necessarily black. They aren't. Not at all. If they are, I would kind of be concerned. They're more brown or white when they're fresh. So I'm just gonna kind of go in. And the great thing with photopolymer is I can see where it goes. Just like that. Just boop, boop. And the reason I'm doing it black because this card is a little artsy. And so I wanna make sure that it all ties together. Like that. And then we have that little one up there. If I want to go in and really get fussy about that one right there, I would literally take this one that's right in front of it, the strawberry, kind of cover it up. Oopsie. So for me, racetracks would start in April in Santa Maria, and my Aunt Dee's husband was a driver and raced stock cars. And I loved it. I was a little pit bunny. I used to run down the pit with his daughter and him, and I just loved that growing up. So I'm going to put away the black archival ink, and I'm going to bring over the Pear Pizzazz. Pear Pizzazz, such a great color. It's nice and juicy and fresh. And I'm going to use the topper for the strawberries, and I'm going to come in and just topple the tops. One. And we're going to do a really fun little technique with this, and I can't wait to show it to you. And if you're not perfect, guess what? Neither am I. Okay, so there's the Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to put that baby away too. And we're going to stamp along the top Sweet in the Watermelon Wonder ink pad that's open still next to me. I'm looking for my ink pad and it's right next to me. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to stamp Sweet. Because that smell even. Strawberries are the best fruit. I really do love them. Did you know how good they are for your teeth? Most people don't even know that. So this is my fine tip glue pen. It actually has a nice little needle that goes to the top. And we're going to trace out the strawberries. And then we're going to color them just very lightly with the fine tip glue pen. There's a little trick when using a fine tip glue pen that I will show you. When you trace it, it helps to contain any glue so it doesn't go toppling over. And you want to trace each strawberry. It just gives that texture of an actual strawberry. Because that shiny, pitted look is so yummy, isn't it? And you will see on my sample how easy that is. And then I'm just going to pull that in. And I'm just using the tip of the fine tip glue pen to do that, to kind of spread it about. Just like that. Like that. Okay, so this is the tip. You actually have to take your tip and I tap it. I'm trying to get all the glue to go down from the tube. And I'm going to clear the line. And when I do that, I will take it from just a scrap piece of paper and I will make sure my tip is cleared. I store my fine tip glue pen standing up. So then I will take the needle that goes into the tip and I will work the two together. By using it on my fingertip, I can line them up with ease and then just slide it in, turn it, and then this will dry. Now it's going to take a little bit, so while it's drying, we're going to set up the rest of the card. I'm going to put 3 little Stampin' Dimensionals on my silver bowl. Whenever you die cut using foil, this is a little tip. You put a piece of regular paper, like printer paper, or like really thin like that, and you put it between the foil and the top magnetic sheet, like this, top sheet. So there is the paper, here is this, and then you have your die and your magnetic platform and your foil. That protects the foil so the foil stays nice and shiny and doesn't get that scratches that occur from using die cut sheets. These are still good even with those scratches. It's amazing. And last night we had a wonderful collection of women that were on live with me. I just love the girls that are on my lives every Monday. Make sure you join us at facebook.com/GettinCraftyStampin'. Okay, so we're going to set this up just like this, and I'm going to place it over the bowl of cherries, strawberries, so it can dry. When I do that, I set it up, but I know that I might bump that, and it's going to help it to stay dry. So then we're going to build the rest of the card. So we have the smoky slate, and we have the black cardstock, and then we have the tasty free designer series paper. I use Fast Fuse adhesive, and I do a line, check, a line, check, a line, check. And I actually put my finger on the adhesive. I was in a major car accident that made me lose some of the power in my hands. And so I often drop things. And I don't have really control over that. And it's really frustrating sometimes. But when you put your finger on that adhesive, I know exactly where it's going to be because I have control over it. Now I'm going to flip this over. This is another handy trick. And use the side of your bone folder to just do a simple line push. That will help the adhesives that are maybe separated to have a full connect. And then we're going to place this on the cardstock. So then here I have, make sure that the card is opening the right way. I have my smoky slate card, and I have my happiest birthday stamp from the Cool Treats stamp set. I'm stamping it in the Watermelon Wonder, and I'm going to pull it right down here to the bottom. And nice and firm, always stamping it on a pierce pad to get that bounce back. Photopolymer doesn't bounce, so that's why you don't get the same resolution if you're not careful. So we're going to lay out this card just like so. So you can see here how it fits together, and it's cute even on its own. But I want to add that sweet little paper, just like that. Fast Fuse takes a little bit of time when you first start playing with it to get used to that, doing that check mark, but it is like the best adhesive. It really does work. And we're going to flip that over, use the bone folder along the side. And the reason I do it at the back is so that if there's any brush marks from the bone folder, you don't see it on top of your paper. And I really think that is sweet as it is, but we're going to place this just like this once it's dry, and we're going to use Fast Fuse to adhesive it down. It'll be just like that. Let me see if I can do... I am really good at faking stuff, so let's see here. Right about there. And I'm going to place this down. I want you to be able to see it right away. I am like the queen of fussing it, because this is going to take a little bit to dry. I'm going to guess like 10 minutes for those strawberries to dry. But you get this really sweet card with a little bit of flair and fashion, the happiest birthday, and it's sweet with those yummy, shiny strawberries. Shiny on the designer series paper and shiny on the wet look of those fresh strawberries with this silver foil bowl. So you can see from last night's live how I took it up a notch with that really pretty designer series paper. I just didn't have my paper cut to the right specs last night, and then my dog started barking, so that's my life. I hope you enjoyed this card. Make sure you check out the full tutorial on my blog at GettinCraftyStampin'.com. Thanks for coming. Remember, you can shop with me anytime online, as well as join the Gettin' Crafty Stampin' family. And when you do that, you actually get to score extra me time. I give exclusive lives to our group once a week before I do my live on my Facebook group, where I teach you tutorials and techniques, and I give you the newest What's What with Stampin' Up! And our crafting family. Check out on GettinCraftyStampin'.com if you have any questions. Bye!